Virgil was built in 1923. Today, it's one of the most exclusive buildings in Manhattan.
Hi, I'm the new maid.
With such wealth comes the expectation of the highest quality of service.
It's a lot of lux.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Cinema Daily US. I'm Matthew Schuchman, and today I'm here to talk to you about They Will Kill You, the new film from Russian director Kirill Sokolov, starring Zaziebeetz, along with patriciaarquette, Tomfelton, heathergraham, among a lot of others, surprisingly. And I'll get to that when I go into the review, but the film is about a young woman who's looking to save her younger sister after she let her go long ago, and determining that she finds out that she's not in the best place to do so, both physically and mentally, because it is a crazy, crazy time, as I'm sure you're aware by just seeing the trailers. But let's talk about the positives and negatives of this movie, and I'm going to start with the negatives. While there is a lot done in They Will Kill You, which I'll talk about in the positives, in terms of dealing with hyper-reality, but also making it kind of strangely grounded through the special effects, they went too far in over-stylization with the camera work, I think. While it can be interesting and fun for a little bit, there are times it can be a little over-disorienting, and there are other times it's like, there's like one shot where they have one of those body cams on an actor for about 2 seconds, and it didn't seem like it needed to be there. So I think the over-stylization went a little too far. Again, this is the type of movie that calls for it, and I understand that's why it's there, but I just think it kind of tipped itself too far in one end compared to some others, because there's a lot of fun stuff that happens in there, but I feel like it gets taken away by the fact that you can tell that they're trying to almost show off in a certain sense. You know, for as agreeable as I can be to the fact that clearly this is going to be a very out there movie, and I'm not going to try and pick certain things apart. I'll let them lay by the wayside. There are things that if you want to go back and go like, well, wait a second. Oh, come on, hold on. I mean, I don't need explanations. I don't need it to make sense. But it just felt like, because there's so much of it, that again, there's certain things that could have been scaled back maybe to tighten up a little bit of your story and or your because it's not even the story at this point, but it's more so just the logistics within the story that could have had a little bit more of a tighter rope tied around it. But I can't really take away that much from the whole experience because of that, because it is meant to be so over the top. But let's get to the positives them, because there are positives. Like, you are enwrapped in it. You are just kind of want to see what kind of craziness will come next, so that, you know, it really kind of pulls that forward. Not even worrying about the story, just kind of worrying about the action. And there are, for as much as there are clearly, obviously going to be special effects that are computer generated in this movie, there is a lot of stuff they did on a practical sense that I really enjoyed. There's something about a body part in this movie that happens for a prolonged period of time, and you could tell how much of just practical effects went into most of it, and I enjoyed that so much. Acting for most people is all great. Nobody's like blowing me away for the most part. There actually is somebody, so hold on. You know, but they're there to do their purpose, and it's fun just to watch them be these kind of crazy. It's different than the John Wick nobody born kind of action. So Zaziebeetz gets to do a lot of her own style that's not trying to rip those things off, but there are some homages here and there to similar type things, but she's not portraying that same type of character, and it's very interesting to watch somebody who's kind of just like more somebody who's just shoved into it, even though she knows what she's doing in a lot of senses, compared to watching like the expert relive their glory days or find their old self, whatever it may be. There are some people I didn't know were in the movie that I got very happy about. There's a character named Ray, and I didn't even recognize him while watching it. I don't know, maybe it's because of the beard, maybe it's because he's doing the American accent, but it's Patersonjoeseph. And granted, he's done so many great things, but if those who don't know, I will go straight to Alan Johnson from Peep Show. And I just love, he's been doing a lot of stuff recently that is more outside the UK that I wasn't, not outside the UK, because Wonka is technically a UK based film, but you know, a lot more bigger budget stuff out there for people who may have never seen him and do a lot of stuff on the TV there. And I was like, oh my God, it's Patersonjoeseph. So I was so happy. That also being said, there's a voice cameo at the end of the movie that is more for, people may know who he is from seeing him from other stuff. They may not know him by name, and I don't want to ruin it in case you don't know. But I didn't know until the credits rolled that was him. So it's a great little cameo for people who are in the know. But I gotta give a shout out to Patricia Arquette. Not only because I'm not used to seeing her do something like this, but her character has a very subtle Irish brogue. And she doesn't overdo it. And it's wonderful to see somebody do that type of accent who is not normally speaking in that tone, pull it off with not going over the top and hammy with it. Because I know a lot of people do it, and they think because I think there are people who've done it in the past who have gone over the top, who think that they're like, oh, this is great, this is the Irish accent. I almost was questioning if she was doing it a lot at first because I couldn't tell, because she was very, very low key with it. And that is just the kind of thing that I look for in a performance from people, especially when they're doing an accent that's not their own. And again, I'm not the expert. People in Ireland may see it and go like, oh, she's doing a horrible job. But it's the fact that she's not overdoing it that is highly impressive and should be praised a lot by people who I don't think praise that kind of thing. So good on job there by Patricia Arquette. Not saying this is Academy Award winning performance, but really, really good job pulling off something that other people go way outside the box and outside the lines with. So I got to give her props for that. Talking about the things that you enjoy about this movie is kind of ruining it in a lot of ways because you have to give away some of the better story points, kills, action sequences, so on and so forth. So I'd rather not go into depth a lot of that. So you have to take me on my word for the way I vaguely give it to you here. So with that, I'll give my final grade, which would be a B-, almost slipping to a C+, which I know for a lot of people is like, oh, I can't believe you gave something C+. But to me, that's like kind of like that old 2.5 star, 3 out of 5 star. That really means like, oh, I enjoy this and I watch it a lot kind of movie. So I'll give it the B- so people don't complain. But it's kind of in between those areas right there. Because while I did enjoy myself, it's not something that I go, everybody must go see this. I really had a blast to the point where I can't wait to see it again kind of thing. I will see it again. I'm not rushing out the door to go see it again. So with that, I'm Matthew Schuchman. Thank you for joining us here at Cinema Daily US. Till next time.
This building is a temple to Satan. Each month we must pay with a human sacrifice. Tonight, you are the offering. Gotcha.
There has to be a way out of here.
The building was designed to be a death trap.
Our offering is on the loose. Be on the lookout. I just dropped her picture in the group chat.
Fuck you.
No, fuck you.
No, bitch. Fuck you.
Fuck you!
I don't know what is going on in here. But Ray, I am in a forgiving mood. Who the fuck are you?
Where did you learn how to fight like that?
Prison.